can't hear you. How you feeling? A performance like that a couple of times brought me to tears because I can feel the journey of Mr. Paul Elliott. Waterhouse is not an easy place, you know. Beautiful people there, but we have still unscrupulous people that rob great people of their lives. So Reggae City Sports Bar, give Mr. Paul Elliott another big monster round of applause. I want to big up my friend Stampede from the Stampede charts in the building. Stampede, big up yourself! My God, the music just started to get sweet now. Honorable Racing Mattress, where are you? Mr. Racing Mattress, where are you? We're moving right ahead, so we ain't got no time. I want you to put yourself close to the award stand. I want to big up Angela Stewart in the building. Big up yourself, Angela Stewart. I want to big up Aisha Bell in the place. Big up yourself. I want to big up Raquel Sellers. Big up yourself, Raquel Sellers. I want to big up Don T. Big up yourself. I want to big up Reggae to Reggae. Big up yourself. I want to big up Firestone for Firestone Video Production. Big up yourself. I want to big up my friend Don. I want to big up Chicken. Mr. Mattress, are you standing close to where the walk is, sir? The first award, I want you to take this down real low because we're getting into the meat of the matter. The first award, the first Lifetime Achievement Award, we call on stage Mr. Fred Locks. Mr. Fred Locks, would you come on stage, please? Mr. Fred Locks, could you please come on stage? Give him a big round of applause as he enters the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Crab walking, jam rock, pick up yourself. Alright, I want a little silence, please. This gentleman here is Mr. Fred Locks. Fred Locks was born Stafford Elliott on June 7th, 1950 in Kingston, and he's an Elliott just like Paul Elliott. And he's born both, can you imagine this? What a same thing. Paul Elliott and Stafford, aka Fred Locks, was born on the same day, June 7th. You was born on June 7th? I can't believe this. This is great. Enough. Diane Perkins is an Elliott as well, from music media management, all the way from out of London. As a matter of fact, that's her cause. Can you imagine? She flew all the way from London because she couldn't stand the heat coming from reggae music turn up. She had to be here so the people can get a chance. So she's been streaming. I want to big up my friend Zion Lion, who's right there. This brother here is a serious brother. He's also related to Paul Elliott. He flew in yesterday. He couldn't miss this album launch for the world. So give him a big round of applause. Alright, let's go back to the thing. Fred Locks was born Stafford Elliott on June 7, 1950 in Kingston, Jamaica. He's a root singer, best known for his monster hit, 7 Miles of Black Star Liner, and the album of the same name. He recently celebrated his 65th birthday. He's a magnificent singer and a songwriter. And of course, Mr. Racing Mattress, can we bring forward the award? And can we have Miss Reggae City Sports Bar and Lounge to make this presentation, please? Miss Reggae City Sports Bar and Lounge. Can I have this here? Let me read what is written on there. Come over here, Jada. This award was given by Stronger Production, Big Stone Records, and Reggae City Sports Bar and Lounge. It says, in front of the African ancestors present in the universe, we hereby acknowledge the works of Brother Fred Locks for his manifestation of Marcus Garvey's dream of having the Black World's Trading Company by the production of his awesome song, 7 Miles of Black Star Liner. Give him a big round of applause. Could you make the presentation, please? On behalf of Reggae City Sports Bar and Lounge, Stronger Production and Big Stone Records, we congratulate you. Thank you very, very much.
Never expect this, it's nice. It's nicer than Grammy. Our people give me, you know. Yeah, man, if they don't give me no Grammy, I say I get a award. I'm a lord, give thanks to the Most High. Yeah, that's the far out.
Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, and if you stay later, of course you're going to hear Fred Locks perform the monster song, 7 Miles of Black Star Liner. Okay, we have BONGO HERMAN. Mr. HERMAN, where are you? Could you take center stage, please? BONGO HERMAN is a very close and dear friend of mine. Matter of fact, that cigar you see me puffing, when he saw me in my suit tonight, he said, Big Stone, you're not complete without the cigar. And he made me a presentation of a cigar. Can we have Diana Perkins from Music Media Management on stage? Mr. Matches, can we have the Lifetime Achievement Award for BONGO HERMAN presented on stage? Herman Davis was born in the 1940s and grew up in Trenchtown. Let me start this again. Herman Davis was born in the 1940s and grew up in the Trenchtown area of Kingston. He began playing drums in the late 1950s and in the 1960s performed on the Bear John Opportunity Hour in Kingston. He presented live music. In 1966, he performed at the visit to Jamaica of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Jah Rastafari. He recorded as a duo with Eric Bingy Bunny Lamont in the early 1970s for producer Derek Harriott, having hits in Jamaica like No 4I in 1971. He made his acting debut in 1978 in the movie Rockers, of which BONGO HERMAN says, me is the first man in Jamaica to break dance in a movie. So give him a big round of applause for me. Let me read this. Stronger Production, Big Stone Records, and Reggae City Sports Bar. It says, before God and all mankind, we acknowledge the lifetime achievement of Brother BONGO HERMAN for his levitation into the retention of the cultural ties to Mother Africa through his thunderous and pulsating rhythms on his various drums, the heartbeat of Africa. On behalf of Big Stone Records, Stronger Production, and Reggae City Sports Bar and Lounge, congratulations, Mr. HERMAN.
Give thanks, Big Stone. You know, I say I full of something like you have a check from the top. Right. I believe in, you know, honor, but reward is good too. You know, for my age, I'm 71 now, not out. I'm not going to bowl me so easy neither. I'm born 16 of September 1943. There's a thing that Martin McLennan said, there's kindling coal and burning brass. The half a holy year at its glass. Europe artists miss their mark, made in Christ's portrait, not looking dark. Rastafari, give thanks to this honor. I'm Mr. Golin, and you have a check over there. I know you're going to give me soon. Rastafari, blessed Margaret.
Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Bongo Herman, master drummer. Thank you very much. The next recipient is Bonnie WAILER. He's not in the building yet. Okay, well, we're gonna have Raquel Sellers. Where are you, Raquel? You're gonna receive this award on behalf of Mr. Bonnie WAILER and make sure he gets it. Raquel Sellers, where are you? On April 10, 1947, also known as Bunny Livingston and affectionately called Jabi, is a singer, songwriter and percussionist, and was an original member of top reggae group The Wailers, along with Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. A three-time Grammy Award winner, is considered one of the long-time standard bearers of reggae music. He has been named by Newsweek magazine as one of the top 3 most important musicians in the world. Give him a big round of applause. Mr. Racy Matthews, where's your award? All right, I present it to her because she was supposed to present it to Bunny, but it's a little late, so boy, this thing, this is beautiful. Stronger Production Limited, Big Stone Records, Reggae City Sports Bar and Lounge. In the presence of the gods, the universe, and mankind, we hereby present the Lifetime Achievement Award to B. Bunny WAILER for his continued lifetime mission of philanthropy to the less fortunate of our society, and also his relentless drive for the decriminalization of ganja. Yes! Give him a big round of applause. We're gonna pose right here. Cameras, please take some pictures so we can send it to Brother B. And we call on stage. Thank you very much, Raquel. Thank you. Give her a big round of applause. Yes. And we call on stage at this particular time the president of the UNIA ACL, Mr. Steve Gold. Chair that she sits so gracefully. She's none other than Queen Mother Mariam Yasmin Samad.
Thank you.
Queen Mother Mariam Yasmin Samad was born on September 1st in Harlem in 1922. Her mother had to rush from the UNIA convention meeting to the hospital to give birth to her. That means she was born into Marcus Garvey. She's credited with being the inventor of the dashiki fashion. She brought that to Jamaica, for those who don't know. She moved to Jamaica over 40-odd years ago and still resides here, and she now go nowhere. Queen Mother Samad has been given many, many lifetime awards in her long, beautiful years. We have none other than Steve Golden.
Can our chair, the camera people can't get her? Yeah.
Let the cameras come over. I'm going to go down to her. Yeah. Right. Stronger Production Limited, Big Stone Records, Reggae City Sports Bar presents this Lifetime Achievement Award, which is presented to Queen Mother Miriam Yasmin Samad, who was born the Garvey baby, grew up as the mother of the dashiki, and lived her life as the unrepentant Garveyite. Please give her a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Steve. Point the camera right there. Queen Mother Samad. Isn't she beautiful? 92 years old. Couple of months time from now she'll be 93, and I see top reporter in the building, Mr. Basil Walters. Enough respect and honor, sir. Queen Mother's Samad.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We have another award for you, Queen Mother. We have another award for you. And we call on stage this time my dear friend, Constantine BONGO. Now this brother, in 1865, we had the Maran Bay Rebellion. This year, we celebrate 150 years since that blessed day when Paul BONGO made that heroic move and emancipate Jamaica. He did so with pain, with his own life. Constantine BONGO, let me read what is written on this. Now this plaque is special because on this plaque, I'm just going to explain what is on there. It says Paul BONGO Foundation. Paul BONGO is etched into wood. And if you remember the old time $2 bill, where all of the picnic them crowd upon of different nationality, they're also engraved on this beautiful, beautiful award. The Paul BONGO Foundation presents this Lifetime Achievement Award to Queen Mother Mariamne Yasmin Samad for her undying love for the teaching, principles, and opinion of Mr. Garvey, and earns the title as the Unrepentant Garveyites. Constantine BONGO.
Greetings. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I give thanks for this opportunity to present this award to Queen Mother. The fact that your name is Queen Mother in itself is an honor. And as the founder and president of the Paul BONGO Foundation and the great-great-grandson to Paul BONGO, I became the first person on the face of the earth to start a memorial for the 500 million Africans that died as a result of slavery. So it is in the honor of the 500 million Africans that I stand tonight and present this honor, this award. And let me say something. Tonight is a very big historical day for us. See beside me here is my grandson. And today is the first day I'm knowing him. I'm meeting him. When I got the call from Big Stone, I said, Stone, you're putting me in problem because my son tell me how long that he's coming in and he's bringing my grandson so that I can meet him. So let me call him back in a few minutes. So I called my son and I explained to him and he said, Daddy, no problem. All of us will travel down here. So I have my son sitting, one of my sons sitting around here. I have two of my nieces also that is here on vacation. And like I said, my son just came in today. So we all journey down here because of our respect and our love for the Queen Mother. And let me say something. About 2 weeks ago, because I'm not going to take up the night, but I think it's important that I make this point. About 2 weeks ago, I journeyed into Kingston and I said to Big Stone, and I want all of you that is listening here tonight within the media fraternity, remember that you're speaking to the great-grandson of one of the world's biggest liberator.
Yes.
And I journeyed into Kingston and I said to Big Stone, give me an interview and I, Constantine David BONGO, will bring home Buju Banton with some records that I have to reveal and some information that I have to reveal. And I come from the East, I no miss. I come from the greatest this year, the 150th year. Look out for the interview and look out for the information where I have for the judge them where try Buju Banton. None of them have no integrity. Look out for the interview. None of them no have no integrity. Anytime this information come around, people in a problem. Remember me telling you that. So give time. Come sir. Queen Mother, it is with great love from the East from the Paul Bogle Foundation, an honor that the Paul Bogle family present to you this token with love and affection, and we just wish you continued love and blessing.
Oh yes, I'm busy thanking him. It's a great honor, really. All these years, Paul Bogle has been one of my heart leaps for his great, interest and love of the people. And to meet you and his great grandson, I truly am honored. Thank you so much.
And of course, I acknowledge one of my son, international reggae star, Nesbeth is in the building. Give Nesbeth a big round of applause. Now, this final award for tonight goes to Mr. Paul Elliott, the chosen one. Mr. Elliott, could you come on stage, please? Here, when we thought of this great, magnificent award for Paul the Chosen One Elliott, spanning 35 years, we said we wanted the ICE Office of Culture to make that presentation. We made several calls to another individual, and he was taken up. He couldn't make it. And we make another call to Miss Oliver Babsy Grange. And of course, she sent this lady, Nadine Sutherland. Could you come on stage, please? Queen Nadine Sutherland. Nadine Sutherland. Now, there are a few artists whose career intrigues different generations. Nadine Sutherland is one such artist. An artist whose talents are respected and admired in all age groups. Her voice heralded as one of the best in reggae music. Her stage performance and hits captivating and breaking boundaries. Her wide range of fans waiting to see what is next from this diva who constantly reinvents herself. She's here as a representative to Miss Olivia Babsy Grange, who's a Jamaican politician. She served as Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Central since 1997 and as Jamaica Minister of Sports, Youth and Culture for the duration of the Jamaica Labour Party from 2007 to 2011. Mr. Racy Matthews, where's that award? But before we make that presentation, I just want you all to bear with me. This autobiography would bring me to tears. So we recorded it for you. Mr. Selector, Miss Nadine, could you just be with us for a couple of minutes? Mr. Selector, and I want silence. Mr. Selector, could you start that again from the top?
Autobiography of Paul Elliott, the chosen one. Paul Elliott was born and raised in the West Kingston district of Waterhouse, a ghetto area rich in musical tradition, but where everyday way of life is a constant struggle against poverty and the threat of violence. He and his family were spared neither. His mother was left to fend for a family of 10 children alone, and unsurprisingly, he grew up amid considerable hardship during these early years. You can still hear the sufferation and frustration in his voice today. It is a sound wrested from the intensity of experiencing life on the front line, but his songs were warmed by love and compassion, even whilst championing the poor and underprivileged against an increasing unjust system. Although Dennis Brown is the singer he's most compared to, Paul's favorite artist is Art Bank, who himself lived in Waterhouse when younger. Other artists such as Johnny Clark, Johnny Osborne, and Dennis Brown would often stop and visited his elder brothers and the sweet melodies of Black Uhuru rehearsing right next door to the family home. As a result, Paul was raised in the roots of reggae tradition and took the name Culture Paul when recording. His debut Easter Sunday morning single at the age of 9 for US producer Ja Life, followed by his second single Minivan Man, was released by Music House Production in the UK. With producer and sound system owner Prince, later King Jammy, based only a stone throw away and nearby St. Lucia Road. It was inevitable that the promising youngster should center his activities there. And whilst it's not unusual for Jamaican artists to record at such a tender age, once the initial excitement has faded, few receive much help or encouragement in furthering their careers. From here on, Culture Paul's apprenticeship began in earnest, as he was forced to compete with established names for the chance to shine. A task made especially difficult, as Jamie was soon to become Jamaica's leading producer, and could pick up the island's top acts whenever recording or taking his champion set on the road. Meanwhile, Paul and his family retained close ties with the local community and continued to welcome the likes of Admiral Bailey, Shabba Ranks, Shakademus, and Lieutenant Stitchy into their home before introducing them to the Janice camp. This pattern was to repeat itself over the next few years as Paul took a more crucial role in the studio's promotional activity. Although apart from tracks such as Brutalizer Soundboy and the Ja Life Slim Belly Man LP, his own release remained few and far between. It was frustration at not getting adequate opportunities to record that eventually led him to cross over the gully into neighboring Marley and try his luck with Black Scorpion instead. There were, however, important differences this time around. By now, Paul was fully capable of producing his own work and made a deal whereby he could issue his records on Scorpion's label, even while financing and arranging the session himself. Yet, just as the promise of a fresh start looked imminent, tragedy struck his family twice in succession. First, 2 of his brothers were shot and killed, and then 2 years later, the same neighborhood gunman brutally murdered his mother. With the heart of his family ripped out and the unity that had bound together its members destroyed, music was his only release. It was at this point that he embarked upon a series of releases that would at last establish his reputation, and in his own words, make the killers feel the vibration of the music. A trio of songs and Black Scorpion label, Jaja made me get stronger. Vipers and Fat Belly Rap resulted in 1996 to 1997. Vipers and Fat Belly Rap are amongst the most haunted and heartfelt modern day reggae songs ever recorded. They in turn heralded a steady flow of outstanding roots and country singles from other Jamaican studios, winning him instant recognition from the worldwide grassroots audience. Alongside several previous unreleased tracks, the best of these are now compiled on his excellent debut album, Save Me With Jah, produced by his own stronger production label and distributed by Red Bridge in England. And whilst drawn from a variety of different producers, Paul's input into such works should not be underestimated. For as well as writing and performing his own material, he continues to arrange these sessions with a level of care and devotion to details that any great artist would readily understand. Former I3's member Judy Mouth, Marty Griffiths, and the Tamlins often sing backing vocals on his track, while the Firehouse crew, famous for the works behind Luciano, but whom Paul is known since they were practicing on homemade instruments, give self-production such as Import Corruption and Cutting Clear, a live classic reggae sound that is wholly original. The latter is a defiant protest against the exploitation of young talent, and the perfect riposte to those who still hold 70s reggae in a higher regard than today's equivalent. Because this remarkable singer knows what he has to deliver and is determined to break through such barriers whilst maintaining and even raising the standards set by his predecessors. As a result, his services are currently in demand around the Kingston studios, Beginning with Little C, he has now begun producing other acts too. Apart from some powerful new hits from King Janis, example Word, Sound and Power and Religion, his recent activities include recording production work with Anthony B, Dennis Starr, former Tetrack singer Carlton Hines, Leroy Small, and Morgan Heritage. Although he's continued to encourage newcomers into the business at every opportunity he gets. Seek Your Blessing became one of the first releases on Colin McGregor's Jazz Scout label and was co-produced by the singer. Whilst We Need More Love reached instant acclaim for Gordon Lee's New Flash record label, just as the magnificent singer Look Over Me, Oh Jah did for Dylan Reed's 90. Among the previously unheard material, Reggae Gets Stronger, but Red Bridge is especially notable with that familiar spirit of resistance for once yielding to a burning surge of optimism. In 2001, Paul Elliott followed up with his second album, The Meaning of Life, on his own Stronger production label, distributed by Taboo One in France. That album has earned the artist an extensive amount of pull worldwide, with songs like Psychological Warfare, Leader's Mistake, just to name a few. His third album, Come On, in 2002, was also produced on his own Stronger production label and was released in USA, distributed by Artists Only Record Company. Self-Reliance, his fourth album, was released by Stronger Productions in 2004 and is being distributed by Zoja worldwide. His current album, released in March of 2015, is currently creating waves worldwide with songs like Reggae Music Turn, Real Thing, Family Man, Get Ya Involved, and In the Valley of Decision, all produced and arranged by Stronger Productions, owned by Paul Elliott. This album has 4 music videos. As it happens, this is entirely well placed. He has recorded on almost every label in Jamaica and then some. Paul Elliott has survived and triumphed over all unimaginable tribulation to reach where he is today. Like a phoenix from the flames, his career is risen against all odds. He is a Rastaman, inspired by truth and righteousness, and who sings from deep within his heart to a universal audience, whatever the subject is at hand. He is also aware that in order to uplift others, any cultural messenger of the truth has to live according to what they preach, but none of them are blaspheme. In this respect, he can truly claim that I and I are the new Bible. I and I is the new Moses and the Solomon. I and I are the new Psalms, in reference to the work performed by himself and other new rule singers from Jamaica. Paul Elliott, unshakable faith in Jah, really did save him, and for this we can all be grateful. He's now known world over as Paul the Chosen One Elliott, as read by Kingston.
To the promotion and expansion of reggae music universally, the incomparable Paul Elliott. Congrats, congrats. Yes, Rastaman, congrats.
Hear from Paul. I must say thank you to one another. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When I and I were in, people would set the pace before me, and I take it upon myself as the first artist to honor Stronger Production, Big Stone Record, Racing Matches, the president of this community. Rastafari, love and respect. Give me some for the magnificent work, not just playing drums or playing triangles, but also for playing the chimney. Because you know, Bongo Herman is famous for playing that, giving us many years of sweet, cultural reggae music and taking it to the 4 corners of the world, along with great icons like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. Last but by no means the least, my darling, Queen, Mother, Maria. On top of my dresser, the elephant where you give me, and nobody can tell me 5 years to give back the green card that they gave me, to come back to this beautiful country and to join forces with brother like Paul Elliott, Queen Mother Samad, Steve Golden, Bongo Herman, Fred Locks, Aisha Bell, Raquel Sellers, and all the great artists that continue to carry the mantle and the struggles for all people. I will never give up the fight. I will fight until the last breath leaves my body. One thing I must mention before we take a break. This year, 500 of our children was molested in Westmoreland alone. 500. Can you imagine all the other parishes? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we not looking at a village to raise our children? Are we saying that, why them pick their 2 roots, so it's not our business? Huh? Yeah, we have to start wake up. We have to start to peep on your neighbor. Be a watchman. Anytime you see a little girl or a little boy walking with an adult, and that child is uncomfortable, pay attention. Take a description. Take a license plate number. We want to know what's going on with that child. Report these bastards, these unscrupulous animals. Report them. Can you imagine? Grown men is of the notion that if you have sex with a minor and you have the HIV virus, you can be cured. What ridiculousness is that? So I take this time out to pick up our children. These are our children. Mr. Garvey paid with his life. He didn't understand of a family life because he was on the road fighting for our redemption, Africa's redemption. I want to thank Constantine Bogle for leaving all the way from St. Thomas to pay respect with his grandson and son to Queen Mother Samad and of course to Mr. Paul Elliott. And thank you very much, Khan. A job well done. All the backup singers, all the people that came out for Paul Elliott, reggae music turn up. It's not done yet. We're going to take an interlude of music. We're going to support the bar. We have a lot of refreshment, food on sale. There's some finger food that was dispersed real quickly because it was cooked real nice. But support the bar.